I'm Rod Rosenstein, U.S. Attorney for Maryland. I'm honored to be joined this afternoon, by Rick Feely, Special Agent in charge of the FBI, and Rebecca Sparkman, Special Agent in charge of the IRS. 3 Prince George's County police officers and 6 other defendants were arrested this morning in an operation executed by FBI and IRS. In addition to the 9 arrests, agents executed 11 search warrants. We had approximately 150 law enforcement officers assisting in the operations this morning. The operations involved 2 federal indictments that were returned by a grand jury here in Greenbelt. Both those indictments involve Prince George's County police officers. Police officers are given badges and guns to prevent crimes, but the indictments in these cases allege that these 3 police officers used their badges and guns to commit crimes. In fact, the indictments charge that these officers crossed a bright line from catching criminals to assisting criminals in committing serious criminal violations. There are 2 indictments. The first indictment charges 7 defendants with conspiracy to interfere with commerce by extortion under color of official right. What that means in plain English is that it alleges the defendants were engaged in a scheme to obtain money that they were not entitled to in return for the exercise of official authority. That indictment charges 2 police officers, Prince George's County Police Sergeant Richard DeLauber and Prince George's Police Corporal Chong Chin Kim. It also charges 5 other individuals, Emmerich Singh Melly, Ravinder Kaur Melly, Amir Milikovic, Chun Chen, and Jose Moreno. Specifically, the indictment charges that these defendants agreed that Emmerich Singh Melly and others would pay police officers in exchange for using their official authority to assist in the transport and distribution of untaxed cigarettes and alcohol. The distribution of those items allegedly occurred in Maryland and in Virginia. The indictment also contains what we refer to as a forfeiture count. That is, we're seeking the forfeiture of all money and property that either represents the proceeds of this scheme or that was used to facilitate the scheme. In all, the indictment seeks the forfeiture of $3.5 million, 25 properties, 13 vehicles, and 84 bank accounts that allegedly represent the proceeds of this criminal activity or that were used to facilitate the crimes. The defendants in the extortion conspiracy case face a maximum sentence of 20 years in federal prison and a $250,000 fine in addition to the forfeitures. The second indictment is a conspiracy indictment. Charged in that second indictment are Prince George's County officers Sunisa Simic and Mirza Kunjovic. These 2 defendants are charged with 2 crimes. The first is conspiracy to distribute cocaine, and the second is the use of firearms in the commission of drug trafficking. Officer Simic and Mr. Kunjovic face a maximum sentence of 20 years a minimum sentence of 5 years in federal prison. They face a maximum sentence of life in federal prison for the drug conspiracy charge. They also face an additional 5 years in prison for the firearms violation. These 2 cases have one important feature in common. They allege that police officers violated the trust of the people of Prince George's County, sold their authority, and joined with criminals to commit serious criminal violations. The good news is that most law enforcement officers, almost all law enforcement officers, are honest and law-abiding. That includes, of course, the 150 officers who assisted in this operation, as well as many officers here in Prince George's County and throughout the state of Maryland who are as offended by these alleged violations as all of us. I want to thank the FBI and IRS for their work in this investigation. Also want to express my appreciation to the Assistant U.S. Attorneys who are upstairs in court at the moment, Jim Crow, David Copperthite, and Susan Rahman, as well as Prince George's County Police Chief Roberto Hilton, who provided assistance in the investigation. Let me introduce Special Agent McFeely.
Thank you. As I stated Friday, our interest in corruption in this county has been long-standing and long-reaching. This investigation has utilized multiple investigative techniques over the course of several years, including wiretaps and cooperating individuals. As I stated on Friday, we are once again asking the public that might have interest or might have information regarding any corruption within this county in any department, to contact the FBI at 410-265-8080. The calls can be anonymous, or they don't have to be. We're interested in any type of corruption that they might have information regarding. This investigation has been ongoing for some time. It has been a joint cooperative effort with the IRS and with the Prince George's Police Department, who have been a tremendous assistance in the investigation, including the arrests today. So I'd like to introduce IRS Special Agent George Sparks.
Working with our investigative law enforcement partners, the IRS criminal investigation has done what it does best: follow the money. Combining the investigative prowess of more than one law enforcement agency ensures we hold public officials accountable for their actions. Today's actions demonstrate our collective efforts to enforce the law and ensure public trust. Public officials hold positions of trust and are held to the highest standards. They should be an example to the citizens that they serve. The IRS criminal investigation will remain vigilant in rooting out corruption wherever it leads. I want to thank the FBI as well as Prince George's County Chief of Police, Reverend Hilton, for his assistance and the assistance of his department. Thank you.
You have any questions?
What legal impact?
Well, as Mr. Steele mentioned, there's a series of ongoing investigations here in Prince George's County. We're not going to be able to comment today beyond what's in the indictment in this case.
Well, can you just clarify, there were some early reports that this may have something to do with the charges you brought against Jack Johnson and his wife. Does it in any way have anything to do with that?
We have ongoing right now a series of related corruption investigations here in Prince George's County. We're not going to talk about what, if any, connections there might be among these investigations. As I mentioned on Friday, we have a lot of folks to talk to now that these investigations have been made public. And we have a fair amount of information, evidence that we've gathered, and the folks that we plan to talk to, they don't know what we know, and we'd like to keep it that way.
Do you expect more arrests to be coming?
There are additional ongoing investigations, and I anticipate that there will be more charges and more arrests.
Can you talk about